Up, fresh out the shower. I had a lot on my mind. I hope everybody enjoyed their Memorial Day, as I sure did, with my husband and his brother and my cousin. I come in here this morning, y'all, because they discussing me in this clubhouse. Y'all know Big Mama been doing the cupcake cakes for a long time, since the daggone baby's cakes came out. So, somebody just made it aware to Big Mama, hey, good morning, TT, uh, that it's something suspicious about April and the cousin. And honey, it always been suspicious with this cousin, with me. Only because the cousin came in on Clubhouse one day telling everybody, I wish y'all stop talking about this fucking baby. Let this fucking baby rest in peace. And I thought, wait a minute now, because if that was my little cousin, I'm going to tell y'all now, y'all know I got a favorite cousin, and that will be Pooh. And me and Pooh have a close relationship, okay? But I think Sean is up April's ass because Sean know what happened to that baby. Y'all got to go in Clubhouse to see what I'm talking about. So last night they was in Clubhouse, and I guess Vito on there talking about me. And I ain't gonna sit here and shuck and jive and act like I didn't like Vito at first. I did. I liked Vito. I was a fan. I ain't gonna sit here and tell no lie. So for the bitch that was in Clubhouse talking about how y'all kill me being friends with people. Let me tell you something, you evil ass bitch. Whoever you is. It's something called forgiveness. Vito ain't never did nothing to me, girl, for me to hate Vito. Vito ain't never did nothing for me to hate him. And then I jump on a bandwagon with folks that hate the boy. And I got to be special too. Because I don't know this man. None of us know this man to hate him. What have he ever did to any of us? Nothing. Nothing. Because somebody else don't like him, everybody get on the bandwagon. So everybody else want me, because they don't like him, they want me to hate the boy. I don't hate Vito. And I'm going to let everybody know that. I don't give a damn. Like I said, that young man ain't never did nothing to me. For me to hate him and everything like that. And y'all upset because people don't daggone got hateful hearts like y'all. You got to learn to forgive folks. And like I said, that man ain't never did nothing to me for me not to like him. He said some things to me because, the situation at hand on what happened to Cupcake. But I think we all was in our feelings about that little girl. So in our feelings that the mom don't even give a damn. Yes, ma'am. This mama go out here every day pouncing in our faces. You know what I'm saying? And everything. And we supposed to just daggone go with the flow. I can't go with the flow. I can't take nobody doing their children. And then want to act like you don't know what happened. How the hell you don't know? You and Sean gonna get caught up though. Y'all can sit around here and act like y'all innocent. But you and Sean going down for this. I see it. You and your cousin. With y'all lying ass selves. I definitely see April and her cousin going down for this crime. Acting like they don't know what happened to a little girl. Well, my thing is for the bitches to sit there and her and Shine to lie about this case. That's why her and Shine is gonna get they gonna get her and Shine. Cause this might be funny. They didn't want your baby. They wanted April's child. And then your little girl old enough to come to you and tell you that the man that told her to go back, shit, didn't want her. And that would make you think that person that took that little girl knew her. And they had it out for her. They all, if you ask me, the whole family's suspicious. The whole, because why wouldn't her brother, he lived out there where Patrick and them lived. Why didn't he know? He know that that Patrick and them was daggone all over the news, but not one time did the brother go down there and knock on the door. Your niece missing. Your cousins and them out there searching out there where you live at, which was strange to me. Dominic threw that shit off and they went looking out there and made themselves look guilty. Yep. When he said it's gonna be an all week thing, the police had already did that. The police told him that. To say that. Because everybody like, how would he know? The police. The police told him it was going to be an all-week thing. But funny to me is, it's already like the police already knew. The police already had that baby when the daggone landfill called him. But yes, ma'am, I had to come in here and talk to my girls. Because somebody is definitely concerned about this April Thomas situation. People still got questions about shit. Why would the police not let you tell your whereabouts? I can't wait till they get y'all. The police probably sent the drugs in there. Them drugs. Sending them drugs. In that little girl's system. Some kind of way. They said something about she was already daggone, drugged. But what I'm saying is, how the hell Patrick and them drug her? They didn't even find her with Patrick and them. So, they definitely need to find out who drugged the little girl. And who did this? Because Patrick and Derek definitely was in jail when all this took place. And it's sad that our system could sit up and act like these innocent people the one that did this shit. But when April, her cousin, come up with a spectacular lie. A spectacular lie. That's the most spectacular lie I heard. And the sad part is, April Thomas, you would drop your baby off at a cousin's house that you're not even for sure if the cousin was even there or not. That's what make it bad to you. I don't put shit past you. I don't put shit past your cousin. None of it. Okay, y'all. I gotta go take me a shower. Oh. I had to take my shower, girls. Okay, so you know the topic. I didn't put a specific heading on here because I said, in order to really see where my audience is, let me just see. Let me just post this heading and see if anybody gonna come in. Well, guys, I know you got to hedge your stuff for like before I could even get good with the what you call yesterday posting my thumbnail on my other page. That thumbnail brought all the people in. But again, like I say, girls, I come in here. I ain't coming to start no mess and nothing like that. But I do want April to know that no matter how you feel, no matter how you and Sean feel about me in that clubhouse, baby, y'all can't touch me. And that's your problem. Let me tell you this to Sean. Sean, if you listening, you need to stand down. Because you know what, you making yourself look more guilty than April. Because we all know she wasn't there. But what is your excuse? Yeah, man, what is your excuse? Why weren't you there each time somebody brought that little girl back to your house? Where were you at, Sean? Did you do something to Cupcake? That why you always telling people leave that fucking baby's name out your mouth? Like, I don't even like how you come off like that, bruh. Because if that was your child, you definitely wouldn't want nobody to say that about your baby. And then you want everybody to forget April's baby. April, I have to say this to you as a mother. You could never come out here and allow your cousin to talk to you like that about your child. I'm going to make this perfectly clear to America and Facebook and YouTube this morning. Cupcake is not dead to me, okay? For all of the people that want to know why I say Cupcake is not dead to me. And I will not forget Cupcake. And I will always ring Cupcake's name. Because Cupcake will never be forgotten by Big Mama. You hear me, lady? You hear me, Sean and April Thomas? Your little girl's name will ring from my mouth as long as I live. You hear me? And I don't intend to be going nowhere anytime soon. You two imbeciles want this little girl to be forgotten. And that there would make me daggone say, what is up with these two people? Why is it that they don't want this little girl to be remembered? How dare you think that you would come in here and tell any American person to forget a precious little girl like that. So with that being said, I'm not gonna forget her. I'm gonna hey, say her name. Cupcake. Say her name. Cupcake. Say her name. Okay? We will not be bullied by someone and her cousin because they want to forget this little girl. We don't want to forget Cupcake. We gonna keep Cupcake alive on Big Mama's side. It's sad that you would even want someone. Don't talk about my baby. Keep my baby's name out your mouth, and ain't nobody talking bad about this little girl. We don't got nothing bad to say about her. Or all the bad come from you bad people that didn't keep your eyes on her. And I think you want us to shut up because it's going to bring light to the situation some more. Because, see, I don't sit back here and wait and daggone watch two innocent people because the police wanted to frame Derek Brown. No, no. Y'all can go head on with that. Derek Brown ain't bit more took Cupcake than I did, okay? Patrick ain't took Cupcake no more than I did. And I ain't been down there, and I don't take nobody's kids that don't belong to me. And I'm gonna let the American people know that when people is high off of any kind of drug, they ain't got time to be going to get nobody's kid. They trying to enjoy their high. So them police with their lies, gone with your lie, police officers, because we don't believe them. I don't believe it. And April Thomas, the part that they told us don't for you not to tell your whereabouts is enough for us to know that the police was corrupt in this whole situation. Y'all hit that like button when y'all come in here. Don't y'all come in my room and don't daggone hit that like button. And then these two daggone imbeciles want us to forget. Birds of a feather flock together, and devils are closer than you know. April know what she done. Yeah, she know what she done. Sean know what she done. And if April didn't do it, Sean done it. Where the hell was her? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't the police investigate where Sean was? Why didn't the police investigate real thoroughly why April Thomas wasn't allowed to tell the world what her whereabouts was? The world already knew where her whereabouts was. She wasn't there. But they want us to believe that this mama turned her head for 3 minutes and her little girl was gone. Get the fuck out of here. You supposed to have her in the house changing her clothes, so you say. But the dad told the world you ain't changed your clothes. Police said you didn't change your clothes. So that's another thing, April Thomas. You need to be investigated. You need to be investigated. Your cousin need to be investigated. And fuck all the rest of the shit. Cause you motherfuckers got to y'all need to answer to where y'all was. Cause see, the world know y'all wasn't there. And for you to stand up on that state on that goddamn on oath, and people ain't gonna never tell me, let that baby rest. No, ma'am, she living. She running and having a good time up there with God. Somewhere y'all imbeciles won't go. Cause y'all too dumb and naive to realize that a mother put a daggone kidnapping together that went wrong on her own dumb ass. Her and the cousin. That's why she cried on the 11th all night, because she knew what she had planned on doing. Y'all don't fool me with your bullshit. Y'all don't fool Big Mama. That's why they don't like me. Because I see through their story. I see through the lies. And I see through the cousin that keep on wanting this girl to shut up about her own child. Don't mention her. Y'all both look guilty to me. Sean definitely. Because you don't even want this woman to talk about her baby. I mean, you don't want this woman to talk about this baby. Y'all don't see April Thomas posting on Facebook about how much she miss her little girl or nothing. And that's a big red flag. That's a big red flag. Bitch, you should be posting every day how much you miss your child and how much you wish she was here. But not April. April and Sean want you to forget that little girl. Forget she ever existed on the face of the earth. That's why you two imbeciles don't fool me. Sean don't fool me. especially after your cousin came out here and said y'all framed Patrick, and the fact that the matter is how the cousin said it was mean, it was devilish, and it was daggone what she say? What did she say? The cousin said, oh, she said it was mean, it was devilish, and it was personal. Okay. So see, if it's personal, that means they knew who did this. And whoever did it to her. They knew it was personal. The cousin said it. And here you is sitting up here trying to daggone tell America the daggone. Y'all hit that like button when y'all come in here. Tell America to daggone forget about your baby. How are we supposed to forget about a precious little girl like that? And you want the world to forget. I don't even see how you want anyone to forget your child. That's new to me. Don't nobody come in here talking about why you still talking about this little girl. Because she alive and she living and they want you to forget her. Say her name. Her name is Cupcake McKinney. And she live as long as we do. Sure enough do. She said, yeah, that's right. We will never forget her. That's right. And I don't know why the mama don't daggone want nobody to daggone remember her child. That's right. Long live Cupcake. The mama wants you to forget about her. The cousin wants you to forget about her. Don't mention her name. If I was the FBI, I'd pull both of them daggone imbeciles in. Oh, yes, ma'am. Because it's something about you two's lies. And they going to catch up with y'all. I can't sit back here and watch two innocent people lose their life. That little girl brought that boy and that woman over to Tom Brown Apartments. They was at that school. The little cousin and her daggone dyke girlfriend and her friend. Remember when they said, they said, the two girls said, Patrick rode up on them talking about they looking for a girl. They didn't say what kind of girl. They definitely didn't say no little 3-year-old. They said they was looking for a girl like them. Not meaning they probably was riding around. And how we even know that was Patrick and them? You know what I'm saying? It's something about Sean and them story that don't add the fuck up. Because y'all don't even supposed to know Patrick. So how this little girl gonna say Sean's daughter and them girls is the ones that led the police to Patrick Stallworth about that school. Because they said he was giving out candy at the school. So if Patrick Stallworth was giving out candy at the school, now she done bought him over to Tom Brown talking about he was sitting out there all day. Sean's daughter said he was. It's strange how a man and a woman can be sitting in a car all day bribing kids with candy, but bet neither one of y'all went over there to go call the police. Sean's daughter didn't even daggone go in the house and tell her mama that they see a man and a woman out here bribing kids. Why? This little girl, 14. If you knew somebody was out bribing candy at the time, don't you think you would gather all the kids up? That's just daggone simple as that. It's some people out here riding around, kids in the projects, but she didn't say they was riding around all day. She said they was sitting in the car out there. How? And didn't nobody see them but y'all kids. Another thing that April didn't daggone look to think. You and your police officers had us looking for this little girl in the daytime. 7:24, it was still daytime in Columbus, Ohio. And we all on the same daggone time frame. Some of us. So at 7:24, this is when she's supposed to came up missing. But then I'm in the comments under another YouTuber's page, and the cousin Sean is arguing with somebody in the comments. And I just happened to daggone read up on it. And the cousin Sean say this, y'all. And how would Sean know when Cupcake came up missing if she wasn't there? Sean says, that ain't even when she's, and y'all know how she talk. She's a little smart mouth, gap mouth hoe. That ain't even when she came up missing. Talking about on the video. So Sean know exactly when this baby came up missing. She said it in the comments, y'all. I wish I had a screenshot of that comment. Sean in the comments talking about that ain't even when she came up missing. So y'all see where I'm coming from now. If this ain't the time the Cupcake came up missing, then y'all lied on Patrick. Y'all lied on Patrick Starworth. Ain't no way in the world Patrick Starworth took nobody's baby. He on sleeping pills. Derek Brown on goddamn on methamphetamine or whatever the hell they want to say she was on. Now mind y'all, when folks is getting high, ain't nobody trying to leave no house. And how the hell, if April don't know Patrick and Derek, how the hell did they know when to come to get your baby? Because you're supposed to be at the park all day. See, the thing is, it's a lie. Patrick Starworth has been blamed for. The police could have, my opinion, put them pictures in his phone because he didn't know how that got in his phone. Patrick said he probably accidentally screenshotted it. He didn't. And if his lawyer had asked for his phone, his lawyer would have seen exactly when those pictures was put in. Y'all notice they didn't use none of those pictures. They threw DNA away. Now listen at this, y'all. Y'all gotta know that this is a case like the Central Park 5. Remember the boys? They were blamed. Them boys were made to say that they did this stuff. So the boys pled guilty, like Patrick and them is doing. They pled guilty. The Central Park 5. Because they were made to say that, even by their parents. So the same system that the Central Park 5 was under is the same system that Patrick Starworth and Derek Brown is under right now. And I'm a child of God. I don't care what you call me. Say what you want, but I know who I am. And I can't sit back here and watch no Luciferians kill 2 innocent people, and we didn't even get a goddamn fair trial for them people. Them people didn't have no fair trial. They deliberated, 5-10 minutes over them people's lives? Because they wanted a victory. They wanted a win. Oh, but God got the last win for Patrick Starworth and Derek Brown. Just like he had for R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. You hear me? We didn't hear the daggone mama cheering. That day was real quiet for April Thomas, Sean, and everybody. When Patrick daggone got convicted, you should have seen the Thomases, the McKinneys, or anyone in that sector of that story jumping up for joy. Birmingham should have been on town that day. But the verdict of Patrick Starworth started storms all over Birmingham, Alabama. I'll never forget it. As if it was today. Patrick's verdict rumbled the skies of Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, yes, ma'am. Because God wasn't pleased about that verdict. Oh, no, ma'am. See, your police officers, and I'm going to tell you, crooked ass officers and corrupt officers, you tried to get Derek Brown. You couldn't find nobody at the time, the place who could have did this to this little girl. So y'all went in y'all's database. Yes, ma'am. And y'all got Derek Brown out your database. Yes, ma'am. To blame her for Miss McKinney's demise. So let me go ahead and take y'all back, okay? We're looking for this little girl in the daytime. Don't nobody, I'm going to tell you now, don't come in here talking about why you saying anything about this case, because I'm going to continue to talk about Cupcake McKinney, because she lives. She's not dead. You are. You dead in the flesh because you won't allow yourself to stand up for two innocent people that's been put behind bars on some corrupted ass shit. When that mama and that goddamn cousin should have been investigated. Because it don't take no 3 minutes to look in a house at a 3-year-old little girl. You could have called that baby's name. She'd have heard you. And she would have answered. So my sector over here, the daggone Demon Slayers and Big Mama and the Queens, we got 2 of them. We will not let her rest in peace. We will keep her alive, and we will daggone keep her name ringing in the universe. So we don't want to hear about this cousin saying, let that fucking... Oh, no, ma'am. Because if you was my cousin, I'll bust you in your mouth every time you call my baby a fucking baby. Let that dead baby... You know what? Fuck you, bitch. Fuck your whole life, you little gap mouth monkey face hoe. There's something about you that don't want this little girl name to ring in the atmosphere. And I don't care how I make mad who pleases. Y'all want to get out here and act like y'all ain't discussing this baby in Clubhouse. And I hope I hope the police is in there. I hope the FBI's in there. Why y'all running y'all mouths in Clubhouse about the goddamn crime? Keep me out your raggedy ass mouth. Do you hear me? Because at the end of the day, I work for the G-O-D, and I'm a part of the B-O-C, and I am the CEO of the B-O-C. So I don't care about what y'all say. I'm going to talk until I'm going to bring light to the surface of this case. You lying, daggone, premeditated crime on a baby, bitter baby mama. Because that's what this was all about, your bitter ass wanting money from your baby daddy. You and your cousin premeditated a kidnapping and it went wrong. That kidnapping wasn't no daggone random kidnapping. Fuck out of here. How the fuck they know to come and get your baby? Don't even want the other baby. That's why you can't convince me that Patrick took that little girl. Because, honey, 2 for 1 all the time. Yes, ma'am. We got to take her just because she's seen us. What criminal going to let another baby see him and dad going to go back and be able to tell? Because, see, that little girl going to grow up, you stupid ass imbeciles. Yes, ma'am. And that little girl going to remember. But if she got a bitter ass baby mom, she got a bitter ass mama, they're going to keep them telling this lie. Them kids was coached. God gonna get y'all. I'm gonna tell you like I told him about R. Kelly, he coming home. I'm gonna tell you like Bill Cosby. When I told y'all Bill Cosby was coming, he coming home. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Patrick and Derek coming home. Huh? Everybody I done predicted was coming home, done came home. My son coming home too. April Thomas, the jail that you sit in planet death on Patrick Starworth and Derek Brown on. I guarantee you, I'm calling your bluff on this, April Thomas and Sean. I guarantee you, no matter how y'all think you did get away with this crime by going to the movies and coaching them kids in that car, by the time y'all came back, y'all all had y'all story together, bitch. Oh, no, ma'am. Y'all think y'all got this all in the bag. But God know what y'all did. Oh, yes, ma'am. My father know exactly what you did. You know what's so funny is that, April Thomas, while you mourning your baby, you ain't even got justice for this little girl. When Jeezy came in town, you was trying to get that song off with Jeezy that you and Vito. You gave permission for Vito to make that song. Y'all had it all in the bag. Y'all was going to make a Lifetime movie after all of it died down. What about the movie now? What happened to that? Because, see, when I mentioned that if a movie would ever be made by this little girl, only the killers would know. And Vito told the world, when all of it died down, him and April was going to make a movie, a Lifetime movie out of this. I said, oh, no, ma'am. God said only ones that can tell the story is the killers. Another thing about this thing, the police lied to America and told us that the little girl died of asphyxiation. They didn't even have a body to determine that. You see, America, how we was bamboozled. We was bamboozled by the police because the police is a part of the scandal. Oh, yes, ma'am. They thought they was one step ahead of Big Mama. Every time I did a live, they probably was listening. But you ain't one daggone step of God, because he been there all along. Yes, ma'am. He been watching. Them little girls couldn't even daggone pinpoint Patrick on the stand. That's what's funny. They couldn't even pinpoint Patrick on the stand. They said, he looks different. You know why he looks different? Because that ain't the man that those little girls seen. See what I'm saying? Patrick and April gotta know each other. Got to. There's no way that the little girl could have put Patrick there. She said, I know they got kids, but they ain't with them. I got a recording of the little girl. Sean sent her daughter in my inbox, y'all. And why she do that? Because the video clearly allowed me to see that the little girl of Sean took her friend's story and her girlfriend's story and bought that story to Tom Brown. Okay. They gave the description of the car that Patrick was supposed to be driving, but even the cars wasn't right. Okay. I'm gonna tell y'all how Patrick got dragged in this from the story of the little girls and all blah 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 blah, all that. The police was on Patrick Starworth from the store, from the gas station. He didn't have nothing else to run. If he had a baby, they would have found that baby in the car with Patrick Starworth. See? But April and them so stupid they don't understand how the police work or the FBI. Because obviously they dumbasses don't realize that when all of this is over, April Thomas is going to go down for it. Police officers of Birmingham, Alabama, I got a question for you guys and the FBI. Why did y'all throw away DNA out of the mouth of Dominic McKinney in Clubhouse? Why did y'all throw away DNA when a whole murder trial has got to take place? Why was DNA thrown away? Why didn't the world get to see this public daggone trial of these people? Why was these people's trial only 15 minutes? A deliberation over their life. Why? Because y'all made Patrick Derrick tell these lies on each other in that goddamn interrogation room. Don't play me, FBI and daggone police officers, because I know how interrogation go. You tried to put a goddamn arson on me. Oh, yes, ma'am, it's the same system. Let me call the system out on my shit. You tried to daggone put an arson on me that I didn't do. Yes, ma'am. And you almost got me, system. But God came in. And you know what God made me do to the system? I called their own stinking ass bluff. Patrick Stallworth and Derrick Brown need to do the same thing. And publicly. You got to call these demons out. Give me a lie detector test. Because you ain't about to put no arson on me that I didn't do. Guess what they did? Baby, that before all this happened, baby, I told them my story about 10 damn times. The same thing, it didn't change. Then they gonna come in there on some paperwork and want me to write it down. Now I got to write what the fuck I said. You feel me? I cussed them motherfuckers out from Amazing Grace to a Sweeter Sound. The system don't fuck with me. Cause see, bitch, it's only a ride down and a ride back with me. I don't give a fuck about nothing, cause I don't give a fuck about the system. The system don't give a fuck about us. Patrick Stallworth and Derrick Brown should have had a lie detector test publicly. And I'm going hard for Patrick Stallworth and Derrick Brown, and I don't give a fuck about none of you motherfuckers in America saying so. Because at the end of the day, that mother and that cousin need to be investigated. Lies, lies, lies. If it came out this woman's mouth, lies came out the other cousin's mouth, and the other cousin said those people were being set up. She said Patrick was at the wrong place at the wrong time. She said she felt like it was devilish, it was mean, and it was personal. Your own cousin, April. Your own cousin. Patrick Stallworth and Derrick Brown would have never came out and took nobody's child. One high and one sleep. Come on, make that make sense. They on a drag on nod. Y'all want to believe what you want to believe, but you got to go back to the Central Park 5 and really realize the fuck what's going on. We American people have been bamboozled. We American people have been bamboozled by April Thomas and her lie. And you can't fool me or God. You can't fool me. There's a recording of you being with Whoop-de-Woo. And everybody know who Whoop-de-Woo is, so they ain't even saying. But to place yourself at your own scene, and see, this is where I have the problem at. To place yourself at a scene is going to make you look like you planned this and you premeditated it all. Because on the 11th, you clearly told the world on Facebook that you cried all night. See, the FBI took my whole page, my Carl Austin page. Yes, ma'am. Not being able to access it. Took the whole page down. It's there now. But I can't get in it. They had some, she said some things on my page that could have definitely, the reason why they had my page taken down, because they were planning on, I don't know why, but helping this woman out. That would look like the police. The chief of police wasn't in town in Birmingham. He was on vacation, they say. So the police there was no organization through all of this stuff. It was not organized at all. And then they said, now this takes the kicker. This really takes the kicker. They said the family told, there's 3 conflicting stories about this whole thing from the family. Y'all, the family now. This is in the newspaper. Then when she go to holler, go read the articles. You gave the news all of the stuff that they needed to know. They wasn't reaching out to nobody else to ask nobody nothing, because the family already had it all in control. Can y'all imagine? Now this one takes the cake. Put your seatbelt on now. The dad comes out there. He's doing his interview, guys. So he throws some bait out there. And it to me, it looked like bait. Because whoever is going to have his child is going to dump her where he mentioned her. Okay? Now, hold on now. Put your seatbelts on for this one now. The family told the police they did not call the kidnapping in because they were trying to find this little girl. Y'all, but how about this? The dad throwed the daggone bait out here and said, Woodside. We're going to be searching. It's going to be all week affair or whatever he said now. Listen, he threw Woodside out there, y'all. So what about like the cousin Matt? She out there in Woodside. They all out in Woodside now. Mind y'all, this the kicker. The family is searching for a kidnapped little girl now with gloves and trash bags on their own. The police haven't seen these people. They haven't called this in yet, y'all. The family is looking for a little girl with trash bags and gloves on. And I mentioned it. I said, wait a minute. Now, I don't know what day this was, but baby, when that cousin got on there, and this was all the same day, they be searching now. They searching now. They all going live about this. And the cousins and them, this little ratchet one, she got a head scarf on, looking like Aunt Jemima. They all got gaps, they all look like. So they yelling in the camera, we out here searching in Woodside. He on live. He ain't even searching. Ain't that what the dad said? He threw bait out there for him. So when they went to searching, these suckers had on gloves and trash bags for a kidnapped baby. This family already knew something. They had to know something. The police hadn't even been called. Why they got on gloves and trash bags, y'all? Why? She ain't supposed to be gone. She ain't supposed to be deleted. Right? Somebody make it be understandable. Because everybody in America, after our dad going said that, baby, and I went on I'm going to say her name because she a big YouTuber, and I'm going to give all my YouTubers that I follow, they dag on roses. SP Nuggets channel, and ask SP. I said, SP. I said, you know what's strange about this family? She said, what, Big Mama? I said they was searching for a little girl that was just taken. Or no, miss, not even taking y'all, because this ain't when she supposed to be taking y'all. The little girl ain't supposed to be gone with Patrick yet. Now listen at this. They searching for a little girl with her gloves and trash bag. So I say, SP, she only supposed to be missing. Make it make sense why the family got on gloves and daggone trash bags looking for a little girl that's only supposed to be missing. The police ain't been called yet. They was searching on their own for this little girl, supposedly with trash bag and gloves. What they was looking for. Looked like they was looking for, to me, that they knew was gonna find something. Or were they the ones that was dumping her? Because they was the ones on over there in Woodside with trash bags and gloves on. What happened on the 11th, April Thomas? Because you cried all night. You posted it on Facebook. And a week before this little girl come up missing, April Thomas, you took a video of your little girl and your son riding around your complex, in your apartment complex. The only wheels that we heard in America on that video at that time was Amari's little Doom buggy thingy he was riding on. And April Thomas looked in the camera and told America a white van or something was riding past her daughter and her, and they was riding slow looking at Cupcake. That was my sign right there that you had gave the world, even though you didn't think so. But see, people put things together after things happen. And April Thomas, you may think that I don't read no cards, Sweet Pea. No, ma'am, I don't read cards. I'm not a psychic. I was taken out of my flesh. I shouldn't even be here. And this is why I be so angry when I come in here and talk to the people, because they want, oh, that lady crazy. She don't know what she talking about. I died at that hospital on that daggone operating table. And I went to hell. So there is a spirit realm after this fleshly life. Girl. And it's going to the devil or to the life realm where you go with God forever, eternity, and you get a chance to be able to be reborn again with this new flesh and a new life. But if you don't know Jesus, you don't know the Holy Spirit, and you don't know God within who you are, you bound for the spiritual devil. I mean, it's a spirit realm and it's a devil realm. You'll see it. You'll definitely see that realm. You're not living right here on earth. Your soul is bound for hell at death. So you can laugh all you want to. You can talk and giggle and hee and kiki and talk about me behind my back, because at the end of the day, I know who I am. And I was chosen by God to be brought back here to tell this little girl's story, whether you like it or not, April Thomas. Your little girl ain't dead, lady. You are in the flesh. And you are dead within yourself, because you are dying within and you don't even know it. You have not a daggone, you have no remorse. No one in America sees you post about your little girl. The FBI should have had you in jail with Patrick, since he's supposed to did this. April Thomas, you and Sean are going to see the wrath of God here real soon. Enjoy your life, lady, while you can, because you are not going to see the light of day. You know what? When that baby daddy came out and said they threw away DNA because he said Patrick and them admitted to it. How can they admit to something that they didn't even do? But this still goes back to the Central Park 5 situation, how the police can frame you like they framed them little boys. Yes, ma'am. And it was a white woman that they said those little boys did. Them little boys didn't know nothing about that situation. They all were having fun in the park. They were jamming. One was the one that the system really did in. He came to Birmingham, Alabama when all this was going down. See, God's sign, he showed signs. He had Corey right there in Birmingham, Alabama, while they was doing this. See, this biblical, whether you know it or not, April Thomas, you sacrificed your own child, girl, and then you tried to daggone get Jesus to sign your boy. Don't let me go on and start reading you, girl. Because, see, God used me, and I'm going to use myself to tell this baby's story. Your cousin said it was devilish, it was personal, and it was mean. Personal means someone knew you and whoever did this to your child. Yes, ma'am. Your cousin even said it on the thing. Baby, you wrong. Y'all wrong. Y'all wrong, and God don't set right with innocent people being thrown in mess that they just don't have nothing to do with. No, ma'am. God gonna get y'all. You can't think in a million years that he's not. See, we work for God. We don't sit with Lucifer at his table and brag about eating with Lucifer at his table, April Thomas. Because I want to know whose table you ate at. Yes, ma'am. Because you sure said it. You said it. Yes, ma'am. You was proud to sit at somebody's table. It wasn't God's table. Whose table was it? Can we go here and can I just let America hear this one good time? Can we just listen one good time, America, for this? This is what I want America to hear, because see, she lives and she's gonna live through me, and I'm gonna tell her story. Because baby, when God sent me back here, he sent me back here to do his work. He didn't send me back here to sit still and be pretty and daggone, just waste my life away. No, ma'am. When you are on his earth, you got work to do, honey. Yes, ma'am. He gave all y'all in Alabama this assignment, but y'all decided to give it to Big Mama. But you know what? I'm thankful that you did. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, God. Thank you. I took the assignment, and I'm going to continue to do the assignment until you say so, Father God. Now, here is April Thomas's own cousin telling the world about Patrick Stallworth, sweet peas. Yes, ma'am.
I just feel like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I feel deep, honestly, in my heart, someone framed him.
What's certain is...
Excuse me, hello? 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 What did she say? What did she say? Is she going to say at this part, I think it was mean, and it was devilish, and it was personal?
It was devilish, and it was wrong.
It happened
Wait. This your cousin telling the world Patrick Stallworth couldn't have never done this. Oops. Is all of this stuff out here for the American people to really go back to? Because it was really foggy when it hit us. And it hit us hard. And April Thomas, you and Sean want us to forget this day. No, ma'am. It's in me. It's up and it's stuck. And I work for God, girl. And your baby living. She living in the living realm, okay? You're a dead realm. We're in a dead realm right now. We got a job to do for God in order for God to be able to take us up out of here. And we live with God for eternity if you right. But if you not, you going to the devil, honey. Yes, ma'am. It is a devil and it's a beast. Yes, ma'am. He wear chains as jewelry. Yes, ma'am. So y'all can keep on being dirty up here hating on folks. Your soul bound for hell. Yes, ma'am. Now let's go again.
Camille was targeted.
I feel like it was personal. It was devilish. And it was wrong.
It happened.
Now y'all hear the jittering in her voice. The girl know. Golly. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. This your cousin calling out for Patrick's soul. Your cousin. It was mean, it was devilish, it was wrong. And it was wrong, and it was devilish, and it was personal. And then here she go. Wait a minute. Here we go. Cause see, I'm not gonna miss a beat. Cause see, this is my assignment.
And leave another child behind.
Now, why would someone leave the other one? To be able to go back to tell their mama, which is Sean. Patrick already got candy, y'all, so why he got to take the baby to the store? Then what the little girl went back to tell the mama? Her mama, Sean. So this little girl know exactly who this man was. You will never be able to get that man out your head. They need to put that little girl on the stand and put Patrick there and let that little girl see if that was Patrick. You know what I'm saying? That whole trial is bullshit. Patrick's life is on a line. Derek Brown's life is on a line. Why? Because police chose to go get those two people because Derek Brown stole her babies from whatever happened. But that ain't got nothing to do with what happened to Cupcake. This ain't got nothing to do with that. April Thomas can sit here and lie to y'all till the daggone cows come home. It is 7:24 on this camera when April Thomas and Sean said this ain't even when the baby came up missing, y'all. Sean said that 7:24. In my city, it was day bright. It was day outside. It was still day outside. It was day out there. Okay? But Sean in the comments saying that's not when Cupcake come up missing. So that lets you know right then and there, Sean knew exactly what happened to Cupcake. Because her little girl was on that camera too. Okay? So, you got the cousin. April Thomas, your cousin throwing you under the bus, boo. She already telling the world it was personal, it was devilish, and it was mean, or whatever she said. Here, let's hear it again.
Surveillance video shows two girls led away by a man.
A fat man. Hold on now. This is a big chunky. Can we go back? And her mouth was doing something on this camera. You know what I'm saying? When she was talking. I don't know if she was on something or what, but she couldn't get hardly her words out. But she was daggone getting it. She was definitely telling on her own damn cousin, even if didn't nobody know it.
And the question I'd be like, why Cupcake?
And leave another child behind. This surveillance video shows two girls led away by a man. One is Camille, the other is Long's niece. Long believes Camille was targeted.
I feel like it was personal. It was devilish. And it was wrong.
It happened in a split second at a birthday party when Camille's mother went inside.
She watched Cupcake
Look at her
bounce the house. She go in the house 3 minutes. And she looked for cupcakes. She looked before, and she looked, and she said something went right.
Regardless of who took Camille, her mother gets blamed on Facebook for not watching her daughter.
She asks on the daily why people pointing fingers at her.
More than a week after Camille's abduction, Patrick Stallworth and Derek Brown were charged with killing her after her body was found in a dumpster. The news unbearable for her mother.
She shut down.
Long doesn't believe the right people are behind bars.
I just feel like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I feel deep, honestly, in my heart, someone framed him.
What's certain?
Hello? Okay. This your cousin, man. She looks scared. She looks scared like somebody threatened her. You better daggone get on this camera. You better say the wrong thing. The thing is, April, the party was over when you got there. The bouncy house was not there, April Thomas. I don't know where you came up with the lie. The cousin even saying she watching Cupcake play in the bouncy house. What bouncy house? Because that lady said that they had packed up and they was gone by about 7. She said, "No, baby." She said, she said, "I threw the party and we was packed up and gone about that. And I was in my bed by that time." So who's zooming who? The little girl was daggone brought back to Sean's house, and they even saying that party wasn't even nowhere near where they said that where Cupcake was at missing, that was nowhere near where April Thomas tried to say she was. See, now I'm starting to believe that somebody daggone pulled a daggone, hide and seek. Yeah. This family got some answers to do. And y'all can say what y'all want, but that's what I feel. That whole family need to be investigated. Because they was over there searching for a little girl that just supposed to come up missing. And wait a minute. They was searching for this baby way before they even tried to say that Patrick Stallworth or anybody daggone took her. Because it says the family was searching for Cupcake on their own. So how long was they searching for her? How long before anyone knew in America that this little girl was missing? Because the time frame don't add up. If Patrick was caught on camera in the daytime, the police was on him from the daytime of that day. How the hell do a little girl come up missing at nighttime around about 9 o'clock, around about 8, stuff like that, 10 or so? They said it was dark outside. How, if the police already on Patrick Stallworth, don't they find this little girl DNA in this man's car? No DNA was found in the car. And the only DNA, they couldn't get the DNA right. Let me tell y'all how they did this. They had 3 blood specks on a sheet of these 2 people's house. Okay, now of course it's gonna be their DNA on their mattress. The police lied on Patrick Stallworth. Yes, they did. They said this man did some heinous things to this little girl. Only to come to find out that the toxicology and the autopsy read that the baby had never been even daggone tampered with. Police officer lying son of a bitches. Y'all painted a bad picture and made this little girl lie on Patrick Stallworth. The cousin's daughter, the 14-year-old, and her friends lied on Patrick Stallworth. And that is the reason why them little girls could not daggone pinpoint Patrick from the school because Sean's daughter took the girl's story from the school of their story and painted a Patrick and Derek story of her own. And the police went with that story. Because the police had already framed Derek. Already. They put her in jail. Talking about she daggone stole her own kids. So this why she was even in there. Because look, it was all on her at first, but they switched it on Patrick because now they trying to say Patrick tampered with this little girl and all of this. But now, well, look here. They had nothing to hold Patrick Stallworth on. Nothing, y'all. Not even the porn that they found in his phone. No DNA was recovered. They tried to say the baby scratched him and she had DNA. Well, where's that DNA? They threw all the DNA out. Dominic McKinney's words, y'all. In Clubhouse. So why, if Patrick Stallworth, why would y'all throw DNA out? We want to know that. Why has DNA been thrown away? Because there's supposed to be a murder case. Y'all barely escape with the kidnapping of these two people saying that they did this to this little girl. It makes no sense. The family was daggone searching for this little girl way before they called the case in. Now they wanted daggone put it on a birthday party. It was over, y'all. The birthday party was over. The little boy said, it was a fat girl in a car and a dude that took the baby with some bad teeth. It had some bad teeth in his mouth. Patrick's teeth ain't bad. Then y'all had to hear when April came up. April wasn't there, y'all. She was hollering about where that white woman at. This the second day. Because I know it's the second day. Because the first day, nobody seen April Thomas. And then she say she ain't changed her clothes. She ain't ate. She ain't did nothing. That's a lie. Because you had on this crazy looking ponytail on top of your sitting on top of your head. You had on Grandma Gertie looking outfit. Peach outfit, a sweater or whatever. Or maybe you throw that on over the outfit that you had on that day. That peach thing. But you have been home to do something. So April, why, you know what I'm saying? The police didn't want you to tell your whereabouts is what get me, because we in America know that you weren't there. And you stood under oath and told America or whoever was in that courtroom that you were there. Which places yourself at the crime scene, which places yourself to know if your little girl, you told all of America that you took her in the house, you changed her, meaning, why was it was kind of chilly out there. Y'all was about to leave. You said you told your son to go outside and get Cupcake. And what was strange to me is why would you send your son outside to get Cupcake around about 9 or 10 or whatever time you about to leave. But you've already told America the Cupcake was missing earlier. So you mean to tell me you about to send your son outside to go wait for him to come back knowing he wasn't going to find her. And then everybody get hysterical. Oh, we got to call the police. So this is when y'all go in action. This is when y'all call the police, call in the Amber Alert and all of this shit. Right. But the American people already been looking for a little girl earlier during the day. Because Patrick was supposed to took her in the daytime. And everybody want to say, it wasn't daytime when Patrick took her, it was nighttime. But y'all trying to clearly tell us that the man was on a camera at this time of day. The little cousin said he was riding around daggone, Tom Village all day, bribing kids. This is what the cousin say now, because I got the recording of the little girl telling it. And my thing is, why, if it's teenagers out here to see suspicious activity, why aren't they, if they have mommies and daddies in the house, why don't they go get somebody older and go get somebody to come and see that there's someone sitting in the car and pulling little kids up to the car and giving kids candy? Why didn't none of these teenage kids even take the kids in the house at this time? Why? Because none of that occurred at that time. The little girl, y'all know, through the year, you know, people, kids and stuff, they selling candy and stuff like that or whatever. The story of Patrick and them rolling up on some school-age girls just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Because neither him nor Derek has cars. I mean kids. The kids aren't in their custody. You see what I'm saying? See, either April or Shauna knows Patrick Stallworth to be able to place Patrick Stallworth in any scene of this, period. But then the neighbor, let me say why the police pulled Patrick in. Because after the cousin gets the story about the people giving out candy and giving out the description of a car. Because, see, they had to know what kind of car Patrick drove, whoever set him up. Because now, mind y'all, the cousin said it. She said it was devilish and it was mean and it was personal, okay? So, Sean obviously knows Patrick and Derek some kind of way because Derek's boyfriend, baby daddy, live across the daggone walk from Sean. So someone had to see Patrick over there to throw him in this. You see what I'm saying? To know a description of him, either the kids or something. And it was said that at that time that Patrick went over there, I guess he confronting Derek and the baby daddy. So, you know, all of this confusion going on. The neighbors know each other. They hear all the commotion going on with the baby daddy and Quintessa and, you know what I'm saying, and all this, I guess, and Patrick. So he done been out there before probably, and they done seen him. But what gets me is how Patrick really gets in this. Because they see Patrick on a gas station surveillance camera going in the store of the. So they done went and pulled what the man bought at the store, all of this, okay? And they add this now to this crime, okay? And my thing is, if Patrick, the neighbor, the white girl, the white lady gets on camera, let me tell y'all, I'm going to go back. Hold on, let me find it. Hold on, because there's a white woman in here, Greg explain. I'll let her explain how Patrick got thrown in here. Yes, ma'am. Here she go right here, y'all. This how Patrick got thrown in here.
The mic doesn't seek proud.
We gonna wait till the daggone commercials because we got to have them, y'all.
What'd you see tonight?
I haven't seen anything, but my daughter and son-in-law are there, and the man, Patrick, and I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend or whatever, have both been arrested, but they have not found the little girl yet. And they were my downstairs neighbors in the same.
Mind y'all heard what she said. They have not found this baby. They wasn't gonna find her because Patrick and them didn't take this little girl. Now listen how this how Patrick got put in here, y'all. From the little cousin and this white woman. This how Patrick got put in this shit. Cause of the car, y'all. On the surveillance camera at the goddamn gas station. Here we go.
Building with us and everything. They've been living there about a month now.
So that blue Toyota 4Runner that they've been flashing on TV,
that is definitely his. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they towed it or they're in the process of towing it now.
Yeah.
Now they done towed the truck, y'all. Ain't found no DNA in this truck. Okay. Now here we go.
We just saw it come out a few minutes ago. When you saw that vehicle, what went through your mind? Did you know it?
I knew exactly when I saw the picture of him and that vehicle. I was like, those are my neighbors. And our neighbors knew it too. So they're the ones that actually called the police once they showed the picture of him.
The picture. They got a surveillance camera off of this man in the daytime going in a goddamn gas station. Okay? That truck also was seen on surveillance camera at the fucking gas station. Why ain't the baby with them? The police on Patrick right here and there. Right there. Boom. They done zeroed in on Patrick, y'all. They on him now. They on him from this point on. Okay? Now y'all gotta go with the story now.
My neighbors went around knocking on doors. They called me at work to let me know what was going on, and they called the police.
So when we're talking,
So once he hit the news, after April and them got their little story together of what they was gonna say about this, then boom, they targeted in on Patrick, y'all. Now they done targeted on him. They don't get the truck. Been told DNA ain't nowhere in this truck where this little girl was supposed to been crying and daggone snotting and boogering because she got to leave this birthday party. Okay. She wasn't ready to go. But they trying to say Patrick took a little girl that walked in, got in the car. Nobody grabbed this little girl. The little girl walks off with the people like she knew who they were. You see what I'm saying? The little cousin was with her, and they tell her, you go back, we don't want you, we want to take her to the store. Liars. Why, if Patrick just came from the gas station, do he need to take this little girl to the store? Come on, make it make sense to me now. Now listen, y'all.
neighbors, you're talking, you lived in the actual same building.
The same apartment building. He was downstairs from me, one apartment over, but in the same building. There's 4 or 5 in the same building.
How surreal is this to turn around and see all the police lights, all the activity?
It's crazy. I mean, I don't even know. I'm just praying for the little girl's safety because, like I said, they haven't found her yet. I saw her uncle earlier and spoke to him.
She saw the uncle, y'all. The uncle. Now, how come if the uncle live out here and this man been flashed all over goddamn on camera? How come the uncle didn't go and go knock at Patrick and in the door before all this even happened? Because y'all know he got plastered all over the goddamn on news. And these are the neighbors that went in the house when Patrick and them went in jail. They went in there and robbed these people's house blind. They wouldn't have been able to come out and go back into his house. And when Patrick was released, y'all know the police was on him then. Patrick went to his mother's house when they let him out because they had nothing to hold Patrick on, y'all. After they let Patrick out, this when all the stuff started blowing up. And then they got to go in and stuff. They didn't have nobody. That's a lie. They lied and said that little girl died of asphyxiation. The police said that. And that's why they look corrupt. And then to let April not tell her whereabouts and for her to stand on that stand and tell the people that she was there, it make you look like the mom was involved. The mama and the cousin. Them 2 people were not nowhere to be found when the police was searching and helping for the daggone search and rescue. The cousin was nowhere to be found. April Thomas was nowhere to be found for those days. And when they let Patrick out, somebody daggone had the nerve to daggone delete this little girl and delete her and dump her. Wow. All of this commotion is going on. The mother is missing and the cousin is missing, y'all. I keep thinking them 2 motherfuckers is the ones that dumped this little girl. I don't care what nobody say. Once you daggone do your research on this whole crime, the cousin was missing and the mama was missing for 3 days. And you didn't see Sean nowhere throughout the whole daggone thing. But her daughter came to her to tell her that the man said he was taking her to get candy. The family need to be investigated. And I mean investigated to the daggone fullest. And right now is a good time to start daggone investigating this FBI. Because that mother and that cousin was nowhere to be found when y'all was out here searching for this little girl. And I'm going to put this out here because it was brought from Birmingham, Alabama to Big Mama's attention that April Thomas walked in her mama's house smelling like dead corpse. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They said it wasn't a smell like underarms or, funky breath or stinky butt. They said, no, ma'am, it was the smell of a dead, rotten body. They said April smelled like that. And Miss Sharon had to tell April to get out of her house because she stunk so bad. So what is all that about? And April Thomas, the sad part is that you sit there and lied. And all of this is documented that you did not daggone sit there and tell a lie and say that you changed your daughter. And that they found your daughter in the same clothing. And the thing is, when DNA is being presented, they can be able to see if you changed her or not by the DNA in the clothing. It would have still been urine in his clothing. It would have been smelt like urine, and also DNA would have been in the clothing wear. If it was a clean attire and a clean outfit, it wouldn't have urine DNA in it. You see what I'm saying? So, April, even if you say that you took her in there and changed her in an outfit and the little cousins had the same outfit, you put them pants on her, it's just a coincidence that her outfit was clean at the time that your little girl soiled hers. But it's just weird that you sat there and lied and told the world that you changed your baby. And all of us, the whole case of this baby is documented on the news. All you gotta do is put her name in and Cupcake McKinney on YouTube and watch what pop up. And you do your own research on this baby and know something fishy about it. And like I told her, all the demons in the world can attack me. Your weapons won't. You can form all the weapons you want, but they won't prosper. Because I am covered with the blood and the armor of God. And when I was sent to do this story, baby, you better believe I had to dot my I's, cross my T's, baby. Because when I come, I'm coming correct. Because I work for the Lord. So you can't tell me nothing about life after death or, you know what I'm saying, when you're dead, you're dead. No, ma'am. Your little girl has eternal life. And for you to sit here and want to daggone forget her and nobody mention her beautiful name, how dare you, lady? That's bad as these people daggone taking God's covenant of his rainbow and using it for a gay daggone agenda. And lady, no one daggone plots. You was a bitter baby mama. And you wanted money from your baby daddy. And you and all these people went in on a kidnapping that went wrong. Because Patrick don't know you. Patrick don't know your daughter. See, whoever took your baby knew her. And knew you. Because you supposed to have been at the park, so how would they know the Cupcake was at that party? You had to call somebody to tell you, yellow girl was up there, y'all can go get her now. For the kidnapping to go through. But the funny part about it is to me that you would daggone you would use your son after you go pick him up from the park, because there's no way that he was at that party with your little girl, because he would have came in and said, "Mommy, Cupcake out here using the bathroom," and he would have been being a tattletale like most kids. if he was at the party, which they were not at the party. They weren't invited to that party. And that girl said that party was way over with. When you got over there, talking about that little girl was in a goddamn bouncy house. No, then when they said that there wasn't no bouncy house there, the bouncy house was somewhere else. You said you looked inside Sean's house for 3 minutes. So you wouldn't go look for 3 minutes. And you realize you said it. Your cousin said it. You said something wasn't right. Now, how is you going to say something ain't right if you don't know something ain't right? And y'all was looking for this little girl for a long time, man. For y'all even called the kidnapping in, so one of y'all did something to this little girl. That's just facts. One of your family members did something to this little girl. Hey, Miss E. And I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and act like I don't believe it. I believe that one of them, her, the mother, or Sean did something to Cupcake. Yes, ma'am. And that is the reason why Sean is always up under April's ass so that April don't say the wrong thing to get her and Sean hemmed up. Yes, ma'am. Because it's been lies throughout the whole thing. They both got to understand. And the fuck part is, I guess they weren't allowed to be around each other, so they can't get they don't know what the police gonna ask. And the cousin said, April said she sent the son out there to go get Cupcake. And the cousin said the cousin says the son come running in the house telling April he can't find Cupcake. But then another is the little boy called 911 because he couldn't find his sister. Not mommy. Why would girl, April, boo, Goggery pull you out, honey bunny? He just giving you a little bit of time and letting your little boy get a little bit of age on him. You know what I'm saying? But baby, that boo. One thing we know is it could take a long time for they arrest your ass. But they gonna get you, girl. Your story don't add up, and it's innocent people involved. Excuse me, in this crime. Patrick and Derek don't fit the crime because y'all was already looking for this little girl way before y'all even said that they did this. That's what's sad about it. Y'all already knew the little girl was missing, but y'all got to figure out who to put it on. And when y'all called the police had to figure out, when they went and they searched, they went in their data. And then they figured, well, Derek Brown only one that could, she kidnapped her kids, so she the only one that could have daggone possibly. They used her from the gate. Derek Brown was already in. Then they went and got Patrick. Then they tried to paint all this heinous stuff on the man. And then the toxicology and the autopsy don't lie. That little girl was never tampered with at all. And the police lied on Patrick and said he did all this stuff to that little girl. And he ain't did nothing. Now make it make sense why Patrick will go get this little girl and do all this stuff to her. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all can't convince me them two people in that motherfucking jailhouse is daggone guilty. By far. And if I was Patrick Starworth's family, y'all could be shaming yourselves. Yes, ma'am. All of y'all in this man is know that y'all loved one could never do no heinous stuff like this. And y'all letting this man rot behind bars instead of daggone and opening up an investigation on April Thomas. Who gonna stand up and get the balls to tell the daggone FBI they need to investigate April Thomas and Sean? Huh? Big Mama already done called they bluff. April and Sean need to be investigated. All the way down to the fucking lie of you being there and knowing your ass wasn't there. Because if you was there, it wouldn't have happened, April. That's why I couldn't understand why April put herself at the crime scene. That means you call somebody to come and get her. Pick her up, because this is a daggone premeditated kidnapping that gotta go through. But then you know what fucked up? Excuse my language. Ooh, y'all know what the messed up part about it was? Is when the dad told America the mama tried to sell the baby back to him. She had her, but she wanted to sell her to him to get her out of his hands so she couldn't be caught with this baby. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to sell it back to him so he'll be caught with her, and he'll be caught with a kidnapping charge on him, because the baby will be with him and he'll be caught with the baby. That's what they was trying to do. Do y'all not see how premeditated this was? It was so premeditated down to the part where the girls in the car knew where the baby daddy lived. I mean, the baby daddy, other baby mama lived. You feel me? Like, that's so premeditated. Like, why did y'all want the dad to go down so bad for this crime? And then they even made little posts on Facebook that the baby mom, the other baby mom, I'm going to say the queen baby mama, because she the queen. Hell, she daggone got twins by the man and everything. But the queen baby mama, they knew the sin. They had him and her on like they did me and my husband. And I figured that was the most devious stuff that they done. Whoever put this crime together, they was working together to take the dad down. And Patrick got involved some kind of way with all this bullshit. But God, over Patrick and Derek's life, God, protect them people. Because them people are not the ones that did this. That cousin and mama need to be daggone investigated to the fullest. Yes, ma'am. Anyways, y'all, I'm done with this segment of this daggone, because I just don't believe that the FBI is dumb enough to let this keep going. No, I think they know, and I think they gonna wait like how, I think they like a two-headed snake. They gonna strike at once. Oh, yes, ma'am. They're going to strike. They're going to get 2 for 1 when they get them. They're going to get them all. It was spoken in the atmosphere that several people are going to go down for this. And it's coming. Because you can't speak something in existence and it don't happen. It's the power of the words of the tongue, baby. And that mama and that cousin gonna go down. The cousin, daggone keeping a secret. And then you got another cousin that said the boy and the girl was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Then you got another cousin that's saying it was personal, it was devilish, and it was mean. Knowing they know that whoever did this to this baby, they know who did it. Yes, ma'am. It was personal. It was mean and it was devilish. That ain't premeditated. Make it make sense, FBI, that's premeditated when all these words are coming out of her family's mouth. The family know exactly what's going on. That's why the cousin said it was mean, it was devilish, and it was personal. Could the cousin had a vendetta with the other cousin about jealous of her baby or something and did something to her own cousin's child? I don't know. This is just weird. This one baby stays and the other one don't go. And then this cousin ain't nowhere to be found. And the baby's supposed to be in her house. But she ain't even there. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. This whole crimes don't make no sense. And then you got one. It's just sad that you got one cousin over here that knows Patrick and them is innocent. And then you got these two cousins that's riding. I've never seen. Now, me and my cousin is close, y'all. But I'm talking about every time April is on Clubhouse, she makes sure April don't say nothing wrong. Wherever April is, Sean is going to be in them comments to make sure April don't say the wrong thing. They don't fool me. Neither one of them rascals. They don't fool me. No, ma'am. Because y'all's whereabouts was never even, it was never talked about. Y'all's whereabouts. But y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back in here a little bit later. I just had to get this because it's eating at my soul that this mother don't post on Facebook about how much she miss her baby. The pictures ain't that. You would expect a mother that loved her daughter, but we know that she daggone was tired of the little girl. She posted that. Why ain't none of this stuff been presented to the courts? How the mother felt about the little girl before it ended for the little girl. Because the mother posted she needed a break. She was tired. I need a break. But do you think that she made a break for permanently? Because see, y'all can think that a mother couldn't do something like this. But she cried on the 11th and the 12th, her child coming missing. On her watch, not daddy's watch. But they all planning on it to go on the daddy side. Yeah, y'all playing something that went wrong. And y'all did this. Y'all did it. And when people realize that y'all did it, guess what? Oh, the hell gonna raise on you two characters. The mother and the cousin, Sean. With that being said, y'all be blessed and don't let nobody steal your joy.